Ever felt like you're throwing money into a black hole with these fancy e-commerce courses? What if I told you that Kibo Code, despite all its hype, might be leading you down the same disappointing path? Whether it's around or not, its creators are spinning them in different ways for a newer crowd of people who aim for a better life and are not aware of what is really happening to them. What's up, fellow entrepreneurs? I'm Elvis from elvisadvice.com, and I've been around the trenches of affiliate marketing for many years and burned through more high-ticket courses than I care to admit, clocking in over 11,000 hours online. So I developed a pretty good snake oil detector when it comes to internet marketing tricks. Today we are diving deep into Aiden Booth and Steve Clayton's Kibo course. I bought this course hoping to learn some e-commerce magic and meet some success for myself and my family. By the end of this video, you'll know whether this course is your golden ticket it claims to be, or if you'd be better off investing your time and money with a horse and buggy. Let's unpack Kibo Code and see what we're really dealing with here. Aidan and Steve market this as an 8-week e-commerce training program that's supposed to change your life. They claim it will teach you how to build a successful online store without dealing with inventory or supply headaches. Sounds pretty sweet, right? Now here's where things get interesting, or should I say expensive. The price tag on this bad boy is a whopping $3,497. That's not exactly pocket change for most of us. And if you're thinking, maybe they offer a payment plan, well, they got your back. They are really nice, but it's still hefty. We're talking 4 installments of $997 each, so they make a little $500 on your head if you want to go with the payment plan. That's just the beginning. There are hidden costs they don't mention upfront. We'll get to those later, but keep that in mind. So what you're about to get for your $3.5 grand. The course is structured into modules covering everything from product selection to paid traffic generation. Booth and Clayton aren't shy about making some pretty bold claims. They're throwing around numbers like make $1,000 a day with just 3 hours of work and no need for inventory or dealing with suppliers. Now, I don't know about you, but when I hear promises like that now, my BS detector goes ballistic. And spoiler alert, my experience with the course didn't exactly live up to even 10% of those lofty claims. You can get a comprehensive review of Kibo Code on my website at elvisadvice.com. You can go there with the link in the description below. But before we dive into the nitty-gritty of what works and what doesn't in this course, let's take a quick look at why people are drawn to programs like Kibo Code in the first place. It's all about that dream of financial freedom through e-commerce, right? Alright, let's give credit where credit is due. Despite my overall painfully shocking disappointment, the Kibo Code course does have some redeeming qualities, to say the least. The video lessons are crisp, well edited, and actually engaging. I didn't feel like I was watching concrete dry in the bottom of the ocean, which is a plus. Most of the training was done by someone else, and I've got to say, he did a solid job explaining and showing how to do things. It's clear they invested in making the content look really darn good. The course covers a wide range of topics, from the basics of setting up an online store to more advanced concepts like conversion optimization. It's a decent overview of e-commerce fundamentals. They also got this product research tool that they boast about. It's supposed to help you identify potentially profitable products without spending hours online searching like Kojak. Sounds pretty nifty again, right? And let's not forget about the community aspect. There's a private group where students can interact, ask questions called Kibo Talk, and share experiences. It's always comforting to know you're not alone in your struggles. But here's the thing, and I can't stress this enough, while these features are nice, they don't necessarily justify the price tag. It's like buying a fancy car with all the bells and whistles, but it does not have any wheels or gasoline to go anywhere. Remember those magical products they promised? Well, we waited for weeks for this amazing machine to just spit out products for us to promote. When it arrived, it gave us only about 20 products, if so much, to choose from. And let me tell you, some of them were so ridiculous. I'm talking about dog collars to sell here. It made most of us question our sanity. Like, what is wrong with us to even engage and invest our hard-earned cash with these ridiculous people? So while there are some positives, they come with some pretty big caveats. And that brings us to the not so rosy part of the Kibo experience. Alright my friend, it's time to rip off the band-aid and let's talk where Kibo really drops the ball. All of us students thought this to be the golden ticket to e-commerce success, but reality had other plans. Let's start with those unrealistic income promises. Remember those claims about making $1,000 a day? Well, I poured my heart and my soul out and a good chunk of my credit card into following their system to the letter. My goal wasn't that ambitious. I just wanted to hit $100 a day within the first 60 days to prove that the system works and I can invest more into it. Spoiler alert, it didn't happen. After 3 months, I hadn't even made back the cost of my investment. And not only me, others in the course also. I felt like chasing a mirage in the desert, the promised oasis of wealth always just out of reach, no matter how hard I followed their platform. Now let's talk about that magic product system they hyped up. Remember those 20 or so products we were given? As soon as we uploaded them to Google for traffic, you could hear the wailing cries of accounts being shut down left, right, and center. Why? Because Google doesn't like e-com? No. Because hundreds of students were given the same products at the same time. So when you talk about Kibo Code, you are going to meet some real geniuses, seasoned and authentic course creators here. And here's the kicker. When this happened, Steve Clayton's response was just to suck his teeth. No apology, no solution, nothing of value to offer his suffering students. They took our money and left us high and dry. For someone brand new to e-commerce, this course is not overwhelming. The strategy is just no good in a competitive market. Today you must have good relationships with multiple suppliers to even start selling. I had to go to the community forum to find answers, and even then support seemed clueless. Not once ever Aiden or Steve answered a question in Kibo Talk as I remember it. But wait, there's more. Remember that $3,497 price tag? Well, that's just the tip of their magical bag of toys. There are hidden costs they don't mention upfront, additional tools and expenses that can easily add up to thousands of dollars in advertising, much more than you initially budget for. The bottom line, Kibo promises the moon but delivers a pebble. It's not about the money you spend on a course, it's the time, the energy you invest, the nights away from family, those long weekends alone, only to be left feeling frustrated and no closer to your e-commerce dreams. You end up in credit card debt, and Aidan and Steve and their affiliates who promote Kibo are smiling all the way to the bank. Job well done, guys. Yes, we're rich. Now on to the next wave of unsavvy newbies who will buy our new spin on Kibo. Kibo Quantum, Kibo Eclipse. The next might be Kibo Rocket, so get it now before they get the idea to spread this to newbies on all the galaxies out there. Make sure you click the link in the description to get my free ebook Why You'll Never Make Money Online. This is totally for newbies and those who still need to learn about how to avoid these shiny, glaring objects. It might help you evaluate not just Kibo Code, but any course you're considering. Now let's talk about what really matters, the results. After all, that's why we invest in these courses, right? To see some success in e-commerce ventures. So what's the deal with Kibo students? Well, it's a bit of a roller coaster, to be honest. More of one person riding and the rest failing. I remember one student who made around $100,000 almost overnight. Sounds amazing, incredible, right? Beautiful. Well, this person had a good problem of trying to find money to pay for the products and get them shipped out. Not a bad problem, but here's the thing. This success story is like finding Nemo in a backyard pool. It's rare, it's exceptional, and it's definitely not the norm. The reality, I don't know anyone in the group who actually made consistent and decent income. And let me tell you, I have no way of knowing if Aiden or Steve ever had students or even themselves ever made money with their method. It's all hush-hush when it comes to real, verifiable results. Now, our coach did make a few dollars here and there, but get this, he started encouraging people not to think big, but to look for opportunities to have about 10 products, each making $10 each, so we can still make some money. See where this is going, folks? Talk about lowering your expectations. This is directly opposite what every student came to Kibo for. We signed up for the big bucks, remember? Because we paid for the big tools and the big systems and the big coaching and the big support, remember? The most common complaint I heard, it's not working as promised. Those secret traffic sources Booth and Clayton touted turned out to be not so secret and not so expensive. Many students found themselves burnt out, struggling to find profitable products despite the fancy product research tool that was ever invented. Here's what I truly believe. Aidan and Steve knew this wouldn't work for most people, and that's genius of them because they can sell it to newbies again next year, promising that everything works perfectly as they have learned from their mistakes now, and they had fixed everything for you. So you have gold here, children, come and get it. When this facade is over, they spin it and twist it until they can't twist it no more to keep selling these useless courses to unsuspecting people. It's a cycle of tricks, folks, and it's not in your favor. So why the huge gap between what's promised and what most students experience? In my opinion, it boils down to oversimplification and overhype. The course makes everything sound too easy and foolproof. Just follow these steps and watch the money roll in. But the reality of e-commerce is far more complex and nuanced than that. There's also a lack of emphasis on the time and effort required. Success in e-commerce isn't just about following a formula. It's about persistence, adaptability, and yes, sometimes a bit of luck. Alright folks, it's time for the $1 million question, or should I say, the $3,497 question. Is the Kibo course worth your hard-earned cash? Let me give you more of my unfiltered thoughts. Looking back, my journey with Kibo was a roller coaster of emotions. I started with sky-high hopes, fueled by those flashy income promises, but totally invested in doing all I could do to follow it precisely. But as the weeks turned into months, my enthusiasm waned faster than a New Year's resolution in February. I followed the course religiously, burning the midnight oil to implement every strategy, yet my store's performance was lukewarm at best. After months, I never really recovered from my Google shutdown. Google never trusted me after that. Here's the thing. At $3,497, Kibo Code is a significant investment, and the real-world applicability of much of the content is more than questionable. Factor in the hidden costs of other tools, advertising, and shutdowns. The value proposition becomes even shakier. For that price, I'd expect cutting-edge strategies, personalized coaching, and a clear path to ROI. Kibo Code, unfortunately, falls short on all these pillar fronts. There are simply more cost-effective ways to break into e-commerce and more proven ways that are Google compliant. It is very shameful when you see 6, 7, and even 8-figure marketers promoting Kibo. But why? You see, 50% of $3,497 equals $1,748.50 in commissions. That is what an affiliate gets for promoting Kibo in just one sale. It's hotcakes for them. So why would Aidan and Steve give away so much money when they apparently spent so much more money and time through the years in developing a truly great system like Kibo? It's because these marketers have a huge email list and will get many people on that list to buy expensive courses like these without caring if it will work or not. The idea is not about if the course will work for the student or students, but how many courses they can sell. That's the point, and how much money they can make. It's not about you folks. You are nowhere in the equation after you pay your hard-earned money. And that, my friend, is just one magic trick. Please get my ebook, Why You'll Never Make Money Online. If you keep struggling and don't know why, then you need to read this right now. The link is in the description. Get it and save yourself tons of headache and money. Here's my honest advice. Before investing in any e-commerce store, set clear, realistic goals on what you want to achieve. Then thoroughly research multiple options, focusing on courses that offer ongoing support and up-to-date strategies, to say the least. The truth is, the most valuable e-commerce education isn't found in a single expensive course. It's about building a toolkit from diverse experiences and perspectives. It's about learning, applying, and adapting continuously. Let's talk about smarter ways to invest in your e-commerce education. Because trust me, you don't need to break the bank to learn this stuff. First things first, don't underestimate the power of free resources. There's a goldmine of information out there if you know where to look. YouTube, for example, is an incredible source of knowledge. Channels like Wholesale Ted and Ecom Tom offer practical, no-nonsense advice that rivals much of what I learned in KiboCode. Blogs and podcasts are another treasure trove. Religiously go and follow A Better Lemonade Stand and E-commerce Fuel. These platforms often feature interviews with successful store owners. Those are the people you really want to talk to, giving you real-world insights you won't find in many courses. Shopify's own courses are a great starting point. Your perfect e-commerce education is out there, but guess what? No matter what course in e-com you choose, you will have to look at free resources anyway. So what's the bottom line? Sure, it's got some decent production value and covers the basics of e-commerce, but for the hefty price tag, it's a tough pill I had to swallow to keep paying my debts for a long time. But here's the thing, it's not all doom and gloom. E-commerce is a legit way to make money online. Billions and billions and billions of dollars are made every day on e-commerce. But there's no shortcut to success. I don't recommend Kibo at all. And that's why you won't find any commission link for it on my website or in this description of my video. But I do encourage you to start your e-commerce journey if that's really your passion or you already have products that you dream of selling. Just maybe not with Kibo Code or any of Aiden or Steve's courses as your foundation. Remember to get my ebook Why You'll Never Make Money Online, and you'll be better able to sniff magicians from a mile away. If you're a newbie, affiliate marketing is what I would recommend you do first and foremost. Do e-com only when you have more experience and a budget to promote the products you love. Feel free to check out the future of affiliate marketing via hub building and community-driven success with the affiliate business system that can be set up in a few days with products ready to sell and with proven strategies to attract free or paid traffic. Click the link in the description below to get a chance to see a full presentation for free and know if it is up your alley. Smash all the buttons for this to reach a much larger audience. It really helps. See you in the next video.